Hey there, moguls.
Hello.
I'm Nick Mastronardi, founder and CEO of Polco, and we are a civic communications platform improving how citizens and their local governments communicate. I'm a former public servant turned private sector technologist, but always knew that there's lots of smart people out there in the community genuinely seeking an easier way to learn more about what's going on at their local government level and to get involved in a meaningful way. Right now, local government officials are using outdated and fractured communication technology to reach out to the community to get feedback back that they can cite, and it's really difficult and costly for them to do so. The tools they're using are leaving citizens confused and not participating. That lack of participation is leaving the door open for the vocal few, the squeaky wheels, and special interests to continue to drive the agenda.
And what are some of the tools they're using today?
Almost every city in the country is using something like a SurveyMonkey, which is easy, but it's not really citable. You don't know if those are the people in your community or even in your country. Their other alternative is to do something like a $15,000 to $20,000 annual survey, door-to-door landline phone polls, which are really costly, and there's a lot of selection bias in that. Where our goal is to deliver the best of both of those worlds.
I love those calls right before an election, like 5 or 6 or 10 a day, huh?
It's the only time somebody calls me.
Yeah, it's rare that you actually find somebody who actually answers one of those phone calls. And this is a way to, it kind of changes the landscape. It makes it easy for people to really get involved and know that their voice is being heard. So the way that we fix this problem is that Polco builds a software platform that we license to the local governments to make it really easy for them to post questions and background materials, because we also want to inform the citizens, not just make it easier for them to get involved, but also to learn the backgrounds behind that. After a city or a county will post a question, we make it easy for them to disseminate those questions broadly through social media, through email, through their own website to truly meet the citizens where they are. All that data comes back to Polco, where we cross-reference it against verification lists and voter registration files.
What's your background, Nick?
I was Air Force for 11 years, so I love public policy, public service. I also love technology. I worked for Amazon doing a lot of data science work for them. But while I was there, I really missed the public service aspect. And so Polco for me is something that I loved. It lets me work at the intersection of both public policy and technology.
Where are you using us at right now?
So the company is a little over 2 years old, and when we started, there was just a handful of first municipalities that we talked to, and they said this would be something great for us, and one of those was Dane County. So we worked with them for about a year and a half to get the platform at a position where it's really kind of slick. And then after that, just this year, we've started to do broader outreach, and we're now in around 3 dozen communities across the country. It's just great because at the end of the day, we feel it really delivers a stronger sense of community too.
Hey Nick, what are your sales currently and what would you do with an infusion of capital?
Yeah, with an infusion of capital, we would take this, of our roughly 3 dozen cities, 2 dozen of them are in Wisconsin, and we want to take that, and the money that we're seeking to raise is for us to expand our sales team nationally.
Interesting tool. I guess the key is to sell it.
That's right. You know, a lot of people take a look at the local government space and say, hey, that's different, I'm not sure I want to touch that. Myself and my founding team, we're former military, we're not afraid of big challenges that are important. And so we're going out there and saying, hey, yeah, maybe that first lift is heavy, but you know, this is, at the end of the day, it's a light cost structure. There's 90,000 local governments out there, there's 80,000 501c4s, and this is very affordable for them relative to their existing options. The market's huge. We're glad to be in Wisconsin and excited about growing.
Very well done.
Yeah, thank you very much for your
Thank you guys, very much appreciate it.
I love the fact that it's a niche market. And if you think about it, he said the expanded market potential's 90,000 per year, and the annual subscription is between 1 to 24,000. So it's not
80,000 501
yes, on
3s
top
and
of
4s,
it.
right?
And it's only 400 to 500 for break even. It's a proprietary product, and after that, it's all profits.
This product is such a value differentiator. It's the proposition is awesome, you know, to get it because it's so antiquated on what's being done currently.
And your data is available immediately, it's more accurate, and it's more cost effective.
Well, it creates a more relevant way of collecting data for government today.